Welcome to Girls Central, brought to you by the YWCA Santa Monica West Side, whose mission is to eliminate racism, empower women, promote peace, justice, and dignity for all. My name is Jackie, and let me ask some questions to help you know a little bit about my friends. All right, so if you could spy on any celebrity, who would it be and why?
My name is Meredith, and Colton Haynes, because he's just so attractive.
That's true. Yeah, definitely. I think for me, it would definitely be Zac Efron, because Zac Efron's just eye candy, and I love eye candy.
Yep, yeah. I agree.
I'm Brenda, and I guess I would say Hayao Miyazaki. Okay. I know he's old and everything, but he's just so interesting, and I love all of his films.
Cool. Yeah. I think I would spy on Chris Pratt. If you guys haven't seen Jurassic World, it is such a good movie, and I love Parks and Rec. He's just an interesting, funny.
The movie was like a parody. It didn't even seem real.
I love Jurassic World. Oh my gosh. And Parks and Rec is just one of my favorite shows, so I love it. Yeah. All right. Thanks, girls. Okay, so today we'll discuss hot topics affecting teen girls, show you how to take a stand against dating violence, and later on, Unati will be talking to Tiffany Moore about her career as a dance studio owner. Okay, girls, let's talk. I'm sure we all have strong opinions on what should and shouldn't be allowed to happen in our school campus, and administrators have the power to ban certain things or activities. Certain banned things seem logical, while others seem completely irrational. What are some things that you girls think should and shouldn't be banned from schools?
Okay. In middle school, there was this ban on wearing spaghetti straps because it would show our shoulders.
I had to deal with that too.
I was so upset about that.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair that they like ban clothing only on girls too. Like no other boy would be like, oh,
yeah,
you
exactly.
Show your
like your shirts, your like pants, like your skirts, your dresses, everything, you know.
And it's all about the fact that girls' bodies are sexualized.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Boys'
and it
bodies
shouldn't be like that.
Exactly, and boys' bodies aren't sexualized. But let's be honest, when a guy's wearing a tank top and he has huge muscles, like, I'm distracted in school.
Yeah,
like, it's such a complete double standard.
Like whenever like a teacher will come up to me, they're not like, hey, can you change? It's not appropriate for the weather, or like it's not appropriate for school. No, it's distracting to the boys.
Yeah. And it's like that should, and it's or even the male teachers, and I think that's
ridiculous.
Absolutely
if you're
sad.
a male teacher and you can't concentrate because some girl's showing her shoulders, you shouldn't be a teacher.
You don't need to.
That is wrong.
Exactly.
I don't think any items of clothing should be banned. Like, do you remember that girl, the Canadian student? She she started the crop top day.
I didn't hear that.
Oh, so she started this whole movement because she wasn't allowed to wear crop tops at her school, and she was really angry about that. So she got all of these girls together.
What is your stomach gonna do?
Yeah, exactly. So she got all these girls together, and they all started this movement that they wore crop tops on this day, and so there was nothing the school administration could do about it. They weren't going to send every girl to change. And so they started this movement saying, hey, we don't want to be hypersexualized. Our bodies are not something for you to criticize and for just to look at. So we're going to start this movement. So it was really cool.
Yeah.
So
I also, just like adding on to what shouldn't be banned, I wrote this paper for AP English, and I wrote it on cultural appropriation and how like it's like when some people do it, they do it for style, but there are schools that have been banning like little kids with natural hair. Like you can't wear dreadlocks, you can't wear braids, you can't wear afros.
Wasn't there this story of this kid and like his school wouldn't let him come because his parents wouldn't cut his hair?
Yeah, they wouldn't cut his dreadlocks.
Really?
Yeah.
No, there are actual schools that have been expelling kids or making them cut it or leave.
That's his hair.
That's insane.
Exactly, and the thing is, it's like what you do with your body or your hair or
anything
is it's no one else's business. That's why it's so frustrating for me when they do that.
Yeah,
I definitely agree. Like what you wear and what you do should not be regulated by schools, definitely. All right, so the next topic is insecurities. We all know that we have insecurities no matter who you are or what you look like. Some say the key is accepting yourself and not letting those insecurities rule your life. So what are you girls insecure about, and how do you deal with it?
All right, well, when I was little, I had this like accident where this whole thing happened, and basically like I broke my nose, and I have like a little bump on it, and I like can't get it fixed until I'm like 18. but like I just hate it so much. Like I get
Really?
so
You can't
insecure
tell
when
it's
Yeah, you
people-
can tell. It doesn't
But like
look
I don't know, it's just me. Like when people look at me from the side, it makes me feel so uncomfortable because I feel like they're looking at my nose.
Yeah.
I get it. It's like it's
Yeah.
an insecurity thing.
Yeah, like I'm really insecure about my teeth. Like they're not that bad, but I just want them to be like super straight. And so I just feel like really bad. And like I always cover my face when I laugh because I'm just like, oh, don't look. But I mean, like, and I think the thing with flaws is learning to own it and make it like you.
It's
Like,
you. Like no one's gonna be like, oh, her teeth, we can't be friends.
And it's always like it's always what you see in the mirror and just the thing you pick out. Like,
honestly, I feel like you're the one that judges yourself the
overthinking
most.
it. Yeah.
No
And
one's
like
gonna
people
walk down
really
the
don't
street
care.
and be like, oh my God, Sally, did you see her teeth? No
Yeah.
one's gonna do
I'm pretty
that.
sure
For
people,
for me, acne is such a huge insecurity. Whenever I like
feel
have
you
acne
on
on my
that.
face, I'm always so insecure about it because
Like pile
It
makeup
puts me in a
on
bad
I feel like
mood
that's
too.
a lot of
Yeah.
people.
It makes me angry.
I
Like
feel like
don't
that's
look
like
at me.
everyone, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
but there's like ways to cover it up now.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I guess it's like so cliche and relatable, but it's like a thing with weight because everyone in my family has been like really fit and like skinny per se, and like I'm not necessarily like overweight, but I'm not on the skinnier side of the spectrum, so like it's always been something that's been like clear in my head. So yeah, but like I guess like ways to deal with it, just like be able to talk about it. Like if
Yeah,
you're like
definitely.
sitting here for your whole life just thinking I'm so fat, no one's gonna like have the chance to tell you otherwise or help
Also,
you get through that.
I just want to say there's nothing wrong with being fat. Fat does not mean ugly. Fat
Yeah.
means fat. And it doesn't mean unhealthy either.
Yeah.
It just
Yeah.
means fat. Like, if you're born fat, you could be born skinny, but no one says anything
Yeah,
to skinny
exactly.
people. And so
Yeah.
people
it's
shouldn't
all
be
about
fat
it's all about what
So,
your body
yeah.
is. And even though like
Genetics.
I'm a normal sized person, even when I see like girls on Instagram, like it still makes me insecure. So just like
Yeah.
own it, like be
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah, learn to own it.
There's
definitely.
nothing wrong with either one.
All right, awesome. All right, with the huge popularity of social media, it seems like everyone has a profile. You can see someone's Snapchat story, tweet, or Facebook post and feel like you're actually connected to them. However, there's a huge gap between real friends and social media friends. Or is there? What do you girls think?
Okay,
Definitely.
well, I have talked to people like just like through like Facebook or like Tumblr, Twitter stuff, and like it won't be like, you know, like that creepy 80-year-old guy that's like, hey,
Yeah.
like yes, there's out there. Like I'm not saying don't like stop, like don't put down your barrier and stop being careful. Like still be careful, but there's nothing wrong with having
Internet friends.
internet friends.
Yeah.
But also like don't only have internet
No,
friends. Like have a separate like
have,
thing
like
like
a real life
still
friend
like
as
exactly
well.
like don't just be like all about social media and everything.
Yeah,
like,
I think having
yeah.
real friends is always better than having
yeah,
followers.
yeah.
And I
But,
think
like,
another thing is
it's completely different though, you know? Like
yeah. And the thing with social media is like you know people go to your school and maybe you follow them on like Snapchat or Twitter or whatever. So you feel like you actually are friends with them. Sometimes you're like, oh wow, like that's cool what they're doing. But for me, what I just try to do is think, oh, that's cool for them. Like they're in Italy, you know, just to see what's going on in their lives. But I'm not actually really friends with them. So it's kind of this weird complex.
It's like stalking them, but they're like allowing you to stalk them.
Yeah, exactly. Like I honestly stalk people all the time, and I'm like, wait, what am I doing? Like,
Exactly.
oh yeah,
like
and then you end up in
lurking.
their like brothers, sisters, wives, like
Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
Like
you
I'll,
end up like deep
if
in
I'm,
there,
like,
and it's
bored,
like
I'll be like laying in bed, rocking the triple chin, like on my phone, like looking at everyone's Snapchat story, just like going through it. And I don't know these people. Like I'll know them from school, but like if you ask me anything about them, I won't be able to say.
I think like internet friends are pretty cool too because like they can send you things if they live in like other places. Like you can have pen pals or like they're people like if you have a whole bunch of followers because you were on a show or something like that, then like you can have meetups and you can meet all kinds of people. And I think it's fun for different reasons. So,
like don't send out your information. Like hey, here's my address.
Yeah, definitely not.
Be
Like
smart.
Don't get catfish. Like there's
but that's
Skype.
what people have those like what are they called where like they send it but it's like not directly to your house.
Oh, the P.O. box.
P.O. box.
Yeah.
That's
I
why
would
people have
recommend
P.O.
always
boxes.
FaceTiming them or
Yeah.
Skyping them before you
Just like
even
get to like okay, make sure you're
like a
not talking to
100-year-old
a
person and
creepy
you're
old
like-
man before
Yeah.
you send them
Exactly.
information.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and for me, I'm always on Pinterest, which is like a really cool
love
website. I love Pinterest.
I tried.
And the the really fun thing is that you get to see all the people that follow you and what they pin, and they like repin your stuff and stuff like that. So it's like it's cool because you're connecting to them on a deeper level. You get to see what their interests are on a deeper level than you just would on Facebook.
No, like also with media, you might get to meet someone in real life. Like I've met people that follow me on Tumblr at Anime Expo and stuff like that before, and it's so cool because I wouldn't have had the chance to meet them.
That's really awesome. All right, thank you for sharing. Hey girls, do you know what time it is? It's time for shout-outs.
Shoutouts.
So I want to give a shout out to my friend Milan.
Shout out Milan.
Because she agreed to throw a small kickback with me, and it was a lot of fun.
That's fun.
Yeah, I saw that on her Snapchat story. I want to give a shout out to Mariah Carey.
Shout out Mariah Carey.
She's trying. She's trying to do the best she can. Her vocals haven't been that great, but she's trying.
Go her.
Yeah.
Okay,
for her.
I want to give a shout out to my teacher.
Shout out to you, teacher.
Because she let us watch The Great Gatsby in class today and didn't have us take notes.
Wow.
Wait, Miss Lippitz?
No. You were just like,
I'll be like,
All right, and I want to give a shout-out to Taylor Swift.
shout out Taylor Swift.
So, if you haven't heard, Taylor Swift took on Apple Music, and
I
she
heard.
Read about
changed the music industry forever,
Yeah.
and she got Apple Music to give royalties to all artists during their
She got
their
a lot
trial.
of hate on it, but like, go her.
Yeah, she's so powerful and cool. Good for her, right?
Yeah.
All right, that's it for our combo. But stay with us because coming up next, we'll teach you how to take a stand against dating violence.
Ooh.
Hi, my name is Johanna,
And I'm Sophia,
and this is Take a Stand.
where you can learn how to take a stand for yourself and others.
Today we're talking about dating violence, a very serious issue that affects 1 in 3 adolescents in the U.S.
Dating violence is a controlling, abusive, and aggressive behavior in a romantic relationship between two people.
This includes physical, sexual, or emotional abuse.
94% of victims of dating violence are girls between the ages of 16 and 19.
These percentages are devastating. It is important to know what to look for if you or a friend is in an abusive relationship.
Please think about your relationship and ask yourself these questions.
Does my partner tell me what to wear or who I can hang out with?
Does he or she threaten me, call me names, or belittle me?
Does my partner act really jealous when I do things without him or her, or call me constantly when we're apart?
Does he or she push, pinch, punch, or physically harm me?
Does my partner touch me in ways I'm not comfortable with or force me to do sexual things?
If you answered yes to any of these questions, you could be a victim of dating violence.
Victims of dating violence oftentimes feel alone and confused. You might feel helpless or even like it's your fault, but it's not your fault, and you are not alone.
Check out this PSA created by high school students about dating violence. So, what can you do if you're a victim of dating violence?
Ask for help. If there's a family member, teacher, or counselor that you feel comfortable talking to, tell them what is going on. Ask them to help you.
If you don't feel comfortable talking to someone you know, look for an online abuse hotline in your area.
Santa Monica-based community organization Sojourn has a 24-hour abuse hotline that can be reached at 310-264-6644.
If you know of a friend who is in an abusive relationship, don't be afraid to reach out to them.
And if your friend is the abuser, let them know that there is support out there to help them have a healthy relationship.
Visit loveisrespect.org for more information on dating violence and healthy relationships.
Thanks for watching, and remember to take a stand against dating violence for yourself and others.
Welcome back to Girl Central. I'm Unati, and today we're bringing you the owner of the Moore Dancing Studio in Santa Monica. Welcome to the show, Tiffany Moore.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, anytime. I mean, I think it's so exciting that you're able to make a career out of something that is so incredibly fun. I mean, everybody likes to dance.
Yes, I agree. I think so. I'm just so lucky that I get to pursue my passion and do what I love every single day of my life.
Oh my God, so lucky to do that. So let's inspire some of these girls today. How long have you been a professional dancer, and when did you open your dance studio?
So I have been dancing since I was this big. I've been dancing my whole life. Absolutely love it. I actually grew up doing rhythmic gymnastics.
Cool.
It's that thing with ribbons and balls and hoops and ropes and all that.
I've seen that, yeah.
So I competed that for my whole childhood. And then when I was 16, I went over to a competitive dance studio.
Oh, neat.
And that's where I did more of the like jazz and ballet and hip hop and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I did that, moved to LA right after high school. I'm from Northern California.
Oh, got it.
And then got into all different types of dance. I actually even went to Egypt for a while and trained in belly dancing.
Oh, that's awesome.
Took all types of classes.
Yeah.
And then somehow I decided to open up a dance studio 4 years ago. So it's been 4 years ago this month.
Oh, congratulations.
And I love it. I get to do what I love every day of my life, and I'm super lucky.
Oh, that is so awesome. It sounds like you've gotten to travel a lot with your dancing and learn a lot of different techniques.
Yeah.
So why did you open your cardio dance studio? What made you like hone in on cardio specifically with the dance?
Well, it's because I wanted it to be to a wider range of people. I wanted to bring dance to the masses. So in LA, there's so many professional dance studios. Not everybody can go. They're like so difficult and they're very technical. And I wanted to bring dance to everybody. It's like after I leave a dance class, I feel the best I ever feel in my whole life. And I was like, everybody should get to do this every day of their lives. Like everybody wants to like be healthy, burn calories, get endorphins flowing, feel adrenaline, and just like feel good. So I was like, let's bring dance to everybody to serve my community around me.
Exactly, because it shouldn't just be like you have to audition, you know, to get in, to feel so good and like have all these great moves. So that's like so cool that you've just opened it up to the masses.
Yeah.
So what was the first year like in your career?
Okay, so I decided to open the studio 5 years ago, and it took a year to prep and find the space. So the first year the studio was open, it was hectic. I didn't have any business experience, so I was just taking it step by step. So I was kind of running the whole thing by myself. My now husband was helping me, but it was kind of a one-woman show. And so I ended up having 20 instructors. I found a beautiful space in West LA, and I was just, but I didn't know what I was doing. So I literally just took it one step at a time. So my first year open, I mean, I was working 7 days a week, sometimes 12 to 14-hour days. Just slammed, but I wanted this to get it off the ground, so that's kind of what it took.
And you seem like so happy and joyful about it, so like every moment just really helped you get to your goal, right?
Yeah, definitely.
That is so awesome.
Definitely.
So you went to university. Did you major in dance? Like what did you major in? Where did you go to school? And is that necessary, you know, for the girls back home?
Well, let's see. So I moved to LA and right after high school, and I wasn't sure exactly which path I was going to take. I ended up going to UCLA and doing the World Arts and Cultures major there.
What is that?
Loved my major. Okay, so it doesn't always apply to the rest of life, like career-wise, but it was so interesting, all of my classes. So it's cultural studies classes, which is literally studying everything and everybody in the world.
Ooh, that's so interesting.
And then it was dance classes, but it was ethnic dance classes. So not your typical ballet jazz stuff. West African, Indian, Balinese,
was there any
Latin.
salsa? I love salsa. I don't know about you girls, but
of course. So so it was super interesting, and for some reason I was really gravitating towards different ethnic styles. I was, you know, doing the belly dancing. I was doing West African. I was doing Latin, different like salsa, bachata, cumbia, this kind of stuff. So it was the perfect major for me. And then I just learned a lot of life skills being in college as well.
Yeah, so for those of you back home who really want to get involved with dance, you know, continue on to college. It could help you a lot. So what are the most rewarding and maybe least rewarding parts of your job, even though it seems like super joyous?
It is. It's amazing. So for me, the most rewarding is just seeing my students and being with my students and hearing their stories. So many of these women and ladies and chicks come to this studio and they will like tell me these, you know, stories about like, you don't understand. I was seriously depressed before I started dancing. I know what was wrong with me. I just like was lethargic all the time. I was not in the mood. It's like, I don't want to go to a gym. I don't want to do that stuff. But I started coming here and it's changed my life. Like everything has changed. Like I feel energetic. I'm happy. I'm feeling good in my life. You know, my self-esteem has changed, and that is definitely the most rewarding part.
Very cool.
The least rewarding might be just the fact that I do have to be a boss sometimes.
And put the boss hat on.
Yeah, and so, you know, there's times that like either schedule changes happen or a teacher isn't really working with however, like the students' feedback and stuff. So sometimes I have to let instructors go, which is always hard because my staff is like family, and I love my teachers, and so it's, you know, I create friendships with them. So when I do have to like transition, that's the hardest part of the job.
Right. Well, it's really cool since it is your own business that you get to make sure that it is a family, not just like get to work, but like let's get to work and have fun.
Oh, indeed.
So how do you balance between, you know, work and family time and your time?
Well, it's been a long time coming, and that's all come about. My first year, like I said, was very hectic. It was 7 days a week, you know, all day, every day.
Yeah.
But now, I mean, it's a priority for me. It always has been. I knew in the beginning I would have to put in like, you know, a lot of hard work, but I did it so I could find that balance. So my friends, my family, my husband is so important to me to put in that time and get quality time. So I think it's just a priority thing. Okay. I also have really great people working for me, so that's huge, being able to trust the people you work with and being able to delegate some of the responsibilities. So yeah, I have great people working for me, and then it's just in the forefront of my brain to like, all right, work is work, but then I got to enjoy my life.
Exactly, so you have that nice balance going on. So you make sure to prioritize. And again, girls, it's all up to you and how you want to balance it for yourself. Yeah. But you mentioned you had to delegate, so I just want to pick your brain for a moment. So what kind of skills, like not taught in schools, are important for this kind of work?
I can think of two things off the top of my head, and one is time management. Okay. Because and again, these are not things that I'm doing or I'm good at, but I'm practicing.
I know, I'm trying to. It's okay. I'm sure a lot of us are trying.
So time management, prioritizing, because you know, like running a business, you got a million things to do. So you have to kind of look at what's the most important. What do I need to get done right now? What can wait till a little later? What are the smaller projects? What are the bigger projects? So time management and prioritizing is huge. Okay. The other thing is leadership skills, communication skills, because I have a staff of like 23 like instructors and, you know, front desk and all that. Right. And so that's
you can't just go in and say like, okay, everybody, we're just gonna do some dances and you figure it out.
Yeah, you figure it out. The you figure it out thing would end up in chaos. So, you know, I do work on my communication skills and how to confront people and how to talk about different things. Right. So those are, you know, a couple of things that time management and communication, I think, are really big when you get out into the workplace.
So for the girls at home who are just thinking, I want to make dance something that I do for my life, but how do I navigate? Do they join a club to work on, you know, time management? Would that help them?
I mean, definitely. Like, you know, if it's not necessarily a class in school, I mean, anything from, like you said, extracurricular activities or clubs, things like that. But just in your daily life, like realizing how to prioritize what you want to get done, how you're going to get it done. And then as far as the communication and leadership skills, I mean, you can practice that just with your friends and family, how to properly communicate and, you know, kind of be a leader.
Yes, like it's Thanksgiving, guys. I'm going to do this. Maybe, who knows?
I'm going to cook the whole thing.
Right. We're going to do a conga line. I will show you how to do it. It'll be awesome. So can someone progress at her own pace in this career, or is it very structured?
Oh my gosh, my job is 100% your own pace. So yeah, you get to create your destiny and your future and your everything, which is also what I love about my job. It's like however much you put into it, you get out of it. So it's not like, you know, you're one of those, you know, you don't clock in. That's not how it goes. It's like you create your path, and however hard you want to charge, you can do it.
So looking forward, where do you see dance careers going?
Personally, because I'm doing the cardio dance thing, dance fitness is really big because it is for everybody. Right. We're not, you know, it's not as narrow anymore. It's really appealing to all demographics. Everybody, man, woman, old, young, anybody can do this more dance fitness thing. It's like health and dance coming together.
Yeah.
And
So grandma can do it, mom can do it, your little sister can do it. That is
Exactly,
so awesome and
yep.
empowering. I might even start doing it too. No, who knows?
You should.
But dance is so much fun. So I hope you girls are inspired. If you want to make dance your career, go right ahead and blossom into it for sure. So I just want you to stay longer so you can pick your brain. This was like awesome.
Thank you.
So would you actually like to join us for our end of show dance party?
Oh yeah, I would.
Oh, awesome. I have to know, is there anything that you would ever do differently with your career? Because it's just so cool.
I just say like I would have started networking earlier. I kind of saved the whole business thing till last minute. I was like, I'm opening a studio.
Yes.
And then like just did it.
Yes.
And I like didn't really have a community and a network like a big one.
Okay.
So I would have just started branching out in my 20s, like right after high school, like really starting to build my network of people, students and teachers, and just because then when you go to open your own business, you're like, psh, I got my instructors, I got 1,000 students, and I already know these people.
It's all set for you.
Exactly.
So remember that too, girls, all the people that you meet now, if you're thinking about going into dance and making it your career, opening up your own studio, remember the people you meet, the friends that you make, they could totally come in handy for you. So again, thank you so much, Tiffany, for coming in today. This was super fun,
My
picking your
pleasure.
brain. Yeah, and I know you're down for the dance party, right?
Oh yeah.
Awesome, high five.
Hey.
Okay, girls. Thank you so much for coming in and sharing your dance career. That is so awesome. If you at home are interested in learning how to dance or have any questions about her studio, please check out Tiffany's contact info below. And we're going to get it going and dance till the night comes. We'll see.
Sure, sounds good to me.
All right, girls. That's our show for tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in to Girl Central. Stay strong, keep dancing, be confident, and we'll see you next week. Same time, same place. Peace.